So brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Let us look inwardly and criticize and analyze ourselves as Muslims. Are we as Muslims, are we content with our present situation as Muslims? Taking into consideration what the Almighty Allah said in the Holy Quran, "Kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat lin-nas," you are the best people evolved of mankind. Do we really believe and do we feel that we are the best people on earth? He said, "Al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakum Islam dinan. Al-yawma ya'isa allazina kafaru min dinikum fala tahshawhum wahshawni." Today I have decreed, Allah said, that non-Muslims have no power whatsoever upon you, the Muslims. If they come to battle, they can never conquer you. If it comes to learning, they can never be equal to you. If it comes to everything, they can never be equal to you, because you can have 4 wives living under the same roof with them. They cook together and eat together like my wives. And sometimes, if one of my wives, if the baby, the other mother, the baby is crying, she will breastfeed this baby who is crying, and not from hell. This is how we are staying in our house. Whatever you do as Muslims, you have to really exceed the non-Muslims. Do we really do that? Do we feel that? Is that our state presently? I think the answers, we all know the answers. He, the Almighty Allah, said again, وَمَا جَعَلْنَا أَصْحَابَ النَّارِ إِلَّا مَلَائِكَةً وَمَا جَعَلْنَا عِدَّتَهُمْ إِلَّا فِتْنَةً لِلَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لِيَسْتَيْقِنَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ وَيَزْدَادَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا إِيمَانًا. There is a number in the Quran that Allah says. That same number is the number of the angels of heir. He said, if you Muslims know that number, you can use that to punish the disbeliever. وَمَا جَعَلْنَا عِدَّتَهُمْ إِلَّا فِتْنَةً لِلَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. How many of you can do that? All of us? And is the Almighty Allah lying? Never. Is he playing? Is he joking with us? Is it the truth in a way? Yes. Okay, he said, هو الذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله. The Quran has been banned on the 20th of last month, 20th March in Washington, D.C. Where are we? He says, I have sent the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam with the true religion, so that that religion will superimpose upon all religions. We make nonsense of all religions. Is that the case now? The Quran was judged before it was banned. What am I trying to imply? I'm trying to tell you, brothers and sisters, that actually the topic you gave me is fraternal message, brotherly message, the oneness of Muslims. Should come together as brothers and sisters, irrespective of our sets or inclinations, because we are we are obliged to obey the Almighty Allah and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam because we choose to be Muslims. So the Almighty Allah said in the Holy Quran, وَتَسْمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. We should hold fast to the religion of Islam, and we should not disintegrate into sects. And is it the case with the Muslim Ummah? Does it suggest that we really believe in Allah? Do we obey Him? I think the answer would be, well, I wouldn't say it until maybe you say it yourselves. So the Almighty Allah also told us in the Holy Quran, or says in the Holy Quran, that شرع لكم من الدين ما وصى به نوحا والذي أوحينا إليك. After that he said that this deen has been chosen and established to you as it was the deen established to Nuh, to Ibrahim, to Musa, to Isa, containing in it Allah tatafarraqu fi, containing in it, do not disintegrate with ideas, with conceptions in the religion. Do not do that. I said, وَلَا تَنَازَعُوا فَتَفْشَلُوا تَذْهَبَ رِيحُكُمْ وَاصْبِرُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ مَعَ الصَّابِرِينَ. You should not dispute among yourselves. Don't show entrenched positions in Islam as regard your position. Do not do that. Do not argue blindly. You Muslims should not behave like football fans. You should rather behave like the Ummah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why? Because if you do that, if you dispute among yourselves, you will fail terribly, and your honor, your grace will leave you, and you will look down with contempt, as we are now. Nowadays, if you want to go to America, if your name is Muhammad Yusuf, what do? You go and you alter your name Muhammad, isn't it? Babana Yusuf or Babana. So that because of what is our name, because of our image now, because how we are perceived in this world, has made some Muslims to be ashamed to stick to their names, their original names. Is it true or false? So, brothers and sisters, let us try and things that we have in common in Islam outweighs things that we have in, things that we will practice differently. Things that we have in common in Islam is more than the things that we differ. Because we all have the Almighty Allah as our Lord, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as his messenger. We all have our Qibla. If you are a Tijani as I am, you are an Ahl Sunnah as he is, you are a Shia as you are. Now, whatever be the case, our Qibla is what? The same. Allah, we don't say Allah is three. We say Allah is one, isn't it? We say the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his messenger. We all say the five daily prayers. Whoever has said the Zuhur prayer 90 times, it's still the four. Whether you are what, it's still the four. Not so. So the things that we have in common, the religion that we have, we have the Quran, which is our constitution, and we have the Hadith, which is the practice of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. These are the two main sources in Islam. Now, Islam is a religion or deen that has never been equaled in any way, anywhere in this world. You look, Islam is a religion, and again, every verse in the Holy Quran, every word in the Holy Quran, every letter in the Holy Quran, for instance, the letter Alif, Lam, Mim in the Holy Quran, they are coded, and they need you to decode them for your benefits. Every word like Zalikal Kitab, Zalika, a word, Kitab, a word, are all coded. Now, if you take Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, you can translate the meaning. You can know the meaning. But if you take Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, these are 19 letters. 19 letters forming Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. 19 letters. We have 7 days in the week. Take 7 out of 19. You have how many days are left? 12 letters. The 7 letters that we have taken out of 19 are the 7 days, representing the 7 days that we have in a week. You can never be absent in the week. You will be there in Monday, unless you die. Tuesday you'll be there. Wednesday you'll be on F. Thursday you'll be on F. Friday you'll be on F. Saturday you'll be on F. Sunday you'll be on F. So 7 days. We have taken 7 days. So the letters, 7 of it are representing 7 days. So it's left with you to decode the 7 days and establish yourself firmly on this world and the hereafter. Well, now we're left with 12 verses, 12 letters, isn't it? The 12 letters represent the 12 months we have. Everything that we have, the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that وَلَقَدْ ضَرَبْنَا فِي هَذَا الْقُرْآنِ مِنْ كُلِّ مَثَلٍ. Every similitude has been exhibited, every similitude has been mentioned in this Quran. Take anything, this mic that I'm holding, you might be looking for a mic in the Quran and you might not see it. Not that it is absent. There is a mic in the Quran. You might not see it as mic. Those who have eyes will see it as mic. The fun that we have, all these are in the Quran, because the Almighty will not say nothing has been omitted. Then you know on earth that is not embodied in the Quran. That is not enshrined in the Quran. So, brothers and sisters, with the Quran, they said, لو كان قرآنا سيرت به الجبال أو قطعت به الأرض أو كلم به الموتى. If there is a Quran that would have allowed you with the verses of the Quran for you to recite those verses and a mountain would disintegrate, this is the Quran that I have given to you. If you want canals, if you want to dig trenches, you don't need to get a caterpillar. All that you need is some verses of the Holy Quran. Recite them and you get those trenches that you want. If you want to talk to the dead, the Quran is the medium in which you can use to talk to your father who is there, to your grandfather. That's what Allah says. So we have been given the best of religions. So brothers and sisters, let us come together, let us relate each other, let us practice what we have in common, let us oversee our differences, let us oversee them, and let us be together as one ummah.